Alright, so welcome back to my team career mode. This is round number 2 of season 2 at Saudi Arabia. Now, the first round didn't go exactly well. Me and my new teammate Nico Hulkenberg had we were just really slow, right? I finished 17th, Hulkenberg P20, and we were just the back of the pack for pretty much the entire race. Now Saudi Arabia is probably my best track, so hopefully I can have a bit of a better weekend. I don't think I'm still going to be, you know, challenging to get into Q2, but I think it should be a bit better nonetheless. So into qualifying we go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Alright, so welcome to qualifying. Now, every single round in this series, I am going to be going to try and beat my teammate. That is all I'm going to be doing. And at the moment, my teammate Hulkenberg has set a lap time of a 1 minute 29.1. So that's the lap time we've got to go for. Now, I have no idea how this is going to go. Like I said, Saudi Arabia is probably my best track, or it's definitely in the top 3 alongside tracks like Vegas and Singapore. Just street tracks in general I tend to be quite good at, but that is not a very good start. That understeer was kind of mental. Now let's see, is it going to be flat through here? Nearly. And a slight lift. This is very difficult to drive. The confidence isn't there. A 32.6 by Jack Doohan. I am good. Oh. Ah. Yeah. Okay. That isn't what we want to see, really, is it? So I'm 4 and a bit tenths down on Jack Doohan through Sector 1. And yeah, to be honest, there isn't a whole lot of time to gain throughout the rest of this lap. That is really bad. Now through here, lots of commitment. That was pretty good, but I have lost another 3 tenths of a second. And I am now about 8 tenths away from Jack Doohan, which is really not what you want to see. I don't even know if I'm on pace to beat my teammate at the moment. Into the final corner. A very unclean lap, although Sector 2 and 3 were pretty good. Overtake on. We're going to cross the line. A 29.1 for Hulkenberg. And oh my goodness. It's a 29.4 for Fat Krim. And it is not looking too good for me at the moment because, yeah, that lap time was stinky, but I don't know if there's, you know, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, half a second in there. Oh, no! It's all gone horribly wrong. Right, and here we go then. Final run of qualifying. And it is basically just Sector 1 where I'm losing time. I'm about there in Sector 3 and maybe a 10th down in Sector 2. Now, I do have a Haas behind me, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue because as soon as we cross the line, that's their lap completed. And here we go. Now, remember, turn 1 and 2, I messed up horribly, so let's try and have a better run. And see, look at that. So much better. Already half a second up. Oh my, that is really good. Really promising stuff. Alright, come on, Ferrari, get out the way. I will take your slipstream, though. That is very nice. And I am now 8 tenths of a second up. This lap is very good so far. Right up against the wall on the exit. I need this Williams to move. Please move. 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 Oh, my goodness, they're not moving. Okay, that's not the end of the world. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, lovely. Thank you. Upwards of a second up now. Ooh, I'm cooking. One of the final corners on the track. Nice and committed over the curb. Found a little bit more time. Holy moly, this lap is really good, but I don't know how much everyone else is improving by. Yeah, I can go and find a second, but what if everyone else finds more time? Late on the brakes, about as late as I can be. Missed the apex a little bit. Nice exit, though. Another 2 tenths found. Overtake on. Look at that. Bosh! 1.2 seconds. Let's go! Oh. Not gonna lie, I thought after finding 1.2 seconds, I would gain more than 1 position, to be honest. Huh. I mean, okay, sure, so it's a P20 for Foot Krim. Not ideal. I definitely thought that going 1.2 seconds quicker was going to get me, you know, maybe another position or 2, but whatever, I guess. Let's take a look at the sector time. So Sector 3, I was actually down by 3 tenths. I definitely lost a lot of time in the final corner. Sector 2 is about equal with Sector 1 about 2 tenths up. So, yeah, little bit frustrated with that, but, I mean, that was, apart from maybe the final corner, that was the best lap I possibly could have done. So, you know, that's just where our car is at the moment. So we head into the Grand Prix, P20, P22, and I'm looking forward to driving another entire race distance being stuck at the back of the pack. And it is officially Grand Prix time, the Formula 1 STC Saudi Arabian Grand Prix 2025. Now, will soft tyres be in use today? Indeed they are. So once again, the soft tyres are going to be used. And I noticed that recently, in all of my YouTube series, the soft tyre has appeared way more than usual. I don't know if they changed something. I don't think they did. Maybe they just changed the way the strategies work. I have no idea. But the game was actually trying to put me on this strategy. No, we're going for the default one, which is, you know, a very simple soft to medium. The lap times look decent. I might come in a lap earlier, because, you know, that medium tyre wear looks exactly the same. But we'll just leave it for now. Get the fuel load down. And I'm actually thinking, wait, no, I was going to increase my downforce, but no, I don't need to. Right, Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, round number 2, starting P20. Let's have it. And here we go. Now, I say it every episode, I've not really had a good start in this game yet. Will today be any different? Yes, it will. I've actually had a semi-decent start, and I'm now wheel-to-wheel with Alexander Albon and Jack Doohan on the inside line for Fat Krim. Can I get the exit, though, and stay ahead of Doohan? Not really. We are still going to go wheel-to-wheel into turn 3. Ooh, that was frightening. I didn't think I had to brake that early, but I did. Need to make sure that I'm not putting Doohan in a wall, and I now have that place. So, on the opening couple of corners, I have managed to gain 2 places already. Now, Zhou Guanyu, as you can see, is on the medium tyre, so maybe I can go for a move around the outside here. He's going to have that lesser grip. Try and get off that oversteer. That's not what we want to see, really, is it? Oh, you prick. Move. I've had a really good exit of that corner. Maybe I can go for a move on Zhou Guanyu down the inside of the final corner. I am getting closer with the overtake, but is he going to go for it on Sargent? I think he is. No. Sargent's going to block it off, which allows me to go around the outside. Oh, come on, then. Zhou Guanyu, you are finished, blood. And now it's me against Sargent. American driver for an American team. It's a match made in heaven, but he's still a crap driver. I now have the outside line, which turns into the inside line, and I have that place, and then I've gone wide and gone off. Brilliant. But what an opening lap. 4 places up. Let's go. Alright, here we go on to lap number 3, and Logan Sargent is getting close. Daniel Ricciardo is getting away from me. Sargent's actually going for the move down the inside. Zhou Guanyu's also going for it. That is extremely risky and dangerous from them. And if you remember last time out at Bahrain, Ricciardo was just gone. He was fighting amongst us and the Saubers for most of the race, got the overcut, and then ended up gapping me by about 19 seconds in like 8 laps. It was absolutely ridiculous. Today, though, on the opening couple of laps, I am managing to stick with him because of some scraps up ahead, and because of Sargent and Guanyu Zhou's scrapping, I've managed to build a nice little gap to them as well. So, all is going about as good as they could be at the moment. Right, so I'm officially halfway through my soft stint, and the tyres are hanging on decently. The tyre wear is quite evenly spread, which is quite rare, to be honest, so that's always nice. It is quite difficult to stick with Daniel Ricciardo just so I can get that DRS, but I am managing it. And as you can see, the gap to Sargent is increasing by quite a lot. It's now 2.1 seconds. Because, as you can see behind me, they are having a good old scrap, which is helping me tremendously. Massive scrap going up ahead between 4 cars. That should allow me to get right back up to Ricardo Zaris, which is ideal, because I was starting to lose a lot of time to him. I had to use pretty much all of my overtake just to get near him again. But I'm back now, and I am starting to get a little bit of oversteer, which of course comes with extreme tyre wear. And we are actually stopping in 2 laps time. And I think I am going to stick with a strategy. I don't think there's any reason to undercut or overcut. I don't think there's going to be that much difference between new mediums and these softs, to be honest. And one of the first drivers is stopping. It's going to be Lance Stroll, who is in the Williams. Okay. I didn't see that coming. I didn't even know he moved there. So Lance Stroll goes back to where he began at Williams. Okay, fascinating. Anyway, this is now my time to stop. I'm just going to use hot lap for the entire lap and just see where it takes me. I do think that the undercut probably would have worked at this stage. I know I said like 30 seconds ago it wouldn't, but the tyre wear beyond like 25% is really bad. Like, it's shockingly bad. But we'll see. We'll see where Stroll comes out. If he's ahead of all of us and like way ahead of all of us, then we know that the undercut was the right move. But for now, we're all just chilling. I am officially outside of DRS of Daniel Ricciardo, the first time that I've managed that this entire race, and I have been driving exceptionally today. Yeah, really, really good. So I'm happy about that. As you can see, in the bottom left, Hulkenberg considerably behind the rest of the field now. Not ideal. And he is going to be stopping one lap after me as well, so it might get even worse for him. I wish that I could, like, command my drivers to pit. I would rather Hulkenberg pit on the previous lap and I pit this lap, but whatever. Around the final corner we come, and Daniel Ricciardo stays out because Yuki Tsunoda, who is directly in front of him, is coming in. That is gonna, you know, shape things up a little bit. So we can see Stroll in the bottom left. I don't actually know which one is him, but we can see him as he comes by. I need to actually time this, though. That's Stroll. Okay, I can see Stroll in the bottom left. He's gonna come out ahead of us by some distance, I reckon. There he goes. He's gonna make his way round turn 1 about now, as I am also making my way around the pit exit, and Stroll is miles ahead. He has managed to find himself 3.5 seconds ahead, so I reckon he gained about 1.5 seconds through the undercut, and now I need to put a good lap together, because I could potentially undercut Daniel Ricciardo. That could be massive, and I can already feel, yeah, that's not what I was trying to do at all. What I was going to say is I can already feel that the tyres are a lot better than the softs, like considerably better. I didn't think it'd be that much difference, but oh, you could tell straight away, apart from, you know, me just going off. Alright, so you see Daniel Ricciardo in the bottom left making his way into the pits. I'm going to ease off on the hot lap at this point in time. And let's see where I come out, although the tyres have been a bit of a struggle on this first lap. There is Ricciardo making his way to the pit exit. Yuki Tsunoda is ahead, and I think I'm going to be miles clear here. Where is he? There he is, Daniel Ricciardo in the pits, and I'm gone. So, I have managed to undercut and gain a place off it. I am now up to P15. Daniel Ricciardo right behind me. Lance Stroll just ahead on hard tyres. So maybe there's a slight world where I can catch him. But I don't think that's going to happen. And I keep doing that same mistake. What is wrong with me? Danny Rick, as expected, is proper lively, and I don't know if I've got the means to defend from him. I don't have a lot of overtake, and I'd rather not use it defending. But I might just sort of have to, you know. I'm not slow by this car's standards. It's just that RB is so far ahead. So here comes Ricciardo on the inside. No. No. There is nothing I can do about that. Maybe I can get into the DRS on the next lap, but yeah. That RB is very fast on those brand new mediums. My goodness. Alright, so as you can see here, I've actually managed to stick with Ricciardo really, really well. And I could probably get past him here, to be honest. And look how much overtake I've managed to save up as well. Is being behind a car actually better than being in front of them? Like, never mind the dirty air, I guess. It doesn't do anything. Round the outside of Danny Rick. He's just got the exit, but now I've got DRS. Now, and a bit of hot lap, that should be enough to get me by. Oh, it's tight, and there it is. Okay, so I managed to re-overtake Daniel Ricciardo, although he does a dive bomb thinking he's in 2014. Not anymore, mate. You're in a retirement home at this point. And we go back up to P15, and look at that. There's only 1.5 seconds to Lance Stroll. He is very catchable on those hard tyres. Car is starting to become very oversteery. Here's Danny Rick. He's going to go to the outside. Not enough straight line speed to get past Fat Krim, though. And I'm so close to DRS on Stroll. I reckon next lap I could have him. I've got to be careful of Danny Rick, though. I might actually try and stay ahead of him this time, so that's what I'm going to do. Little bit of overtake, and we stay ahead. And now, I'm just going to use all my hot lap and try and get within a second of Stroll. That is the plan. Alright, and I have managed it. I'm within a second of Stroll. DRS is now going to be enabled. Now, here's the thing. Do I stick behind him, stay in the DRS to help me defend from Ricciardo, and then go for a lunge on the final lap? Or do I just do Stroll now and just, you know, go from there? Difficult tactics. Let's just see how close I get with the DRS. If I have like a really easy move, I'll go for it. See, like here, I am nowhere near close enough to go for an overtake, so I just won't. I'm going to play the extreme patient game here with Mr. Lawrence. What I do have to be careful of, though, is my tyre wear. If that gets too bad, where the hard tyres are actually faster, I'm in the mud. But at the moment, I'm chilling. Right, it's been a couple of laps and Lance Stroll is really slow. I'm going to take the outside line and try and keep Ricciardo behind. But that RB is not letting up, so I might have to take Stroll here, or else Ricciardo is probably going to get us both. Is there a world where I can keep Ricciardo back and stay behind Stroll? Ricciardo's going for it, trying to go around the outside. Not going to happen. Okay, we can chill. Nice. 3 laps remaining. My plan is still working, where I keep Stroll ahead so I can use a DRS so I don't get done by Ricciardo. Keep Ricciardo behind and then send it on Stroll on the final lap. This is the plan. Alright, here we go again. Let's try and keep Ricciardo back. We have a yellow flag behind us. I believe it is one of the Saubers. Daniel Ricciardo thinking about the move. I have managed to cover it off nicely. Zhou Guanyu is out of the session. Penultimate lap starts. Okay, we can also see behind us Jack Doohan almost getting involved, but I don't think he's going to quite catch up to us. Daniel Ricciardo staying back once again. Lance Stroll still ahead. So once again, all is working well. Alright, we're in the final sector of the penultimate lap, and it's time to set my plan into motion. What I'm going to try and do is overtake Lance Stroll, but also give myself DRS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the inside of Lance Stroll here, and then with a better exit, I take the lead. Well, I don't take the lead. Wait, hang on. Wait, what? How has Stroll got DRS? Oh no! My plan has got in the mud. I'm going to have to use way more overtake than I'd like. We go wheel to wheel into turn 1. I managed to stay ahead. Ricciardo fighting Stroll. Why? How did he get DRS? I was behind. Oh, okay, we'll have to forget about that. My plan has gone completely wrong. Well, it nearly did anyway. And now those two are fighting. That has given me the gap to pull away. And, yeah, okay, so the plan was to give myself DRS down the main straight and be ahead of Stroll. That didn't happen, but now, because Danny Rick has sent it on Stroll through Sector 1, that has given me the appropriate gap to kind of take off, although the car is starting to fall to pieces, I'm not going to lie. Status update on Nico Hülkenberg. He is currently about 20 seconds behind 21st, or well, 20th, so not ideal for Hülkenberg, but what a drive by Fat Krim. This car has no business being in P14. And, you know, I've done some really nice overtakes, good strategy, good tactics, and just really consistent driving, basically. So Checo Perez takes the win by about half a second over Max Verstappen, another Red Bull 1-2. And for Fat Krim, P14 is, of course, nothing to gloat about, but with where our car is, that is a fantastic result. Ricciardo and Stroll scrapping over the line. P14 for me. Who's going to take that battle, though? We'll find out in, like, the results screen. But they were going wheel to wheel over the line. And, yeah, I am over the moon with that performance. That was fantastic. Well done, me. And here we go, then. Who managed to get that over the line? Is it Ricciardo or Stroll? It was Lance Stroll. By 28 milliseconds, Stroll takes it on the line. I'm over the moon with that performance. Like I said, Hülkenberg, yeah, not fantastic. His fastest lap was 1.3 seconds slower than mine, and he finished about 13 seconds, 12 seconds behind Logan Sargent. Meanwhile, I was all the way up here fighting with Stroll and Ricciardo. Unbelievable performance. I want to quickly take a look at my lap times, because I don't know how consistent they were. That's pretty good, if you ask me. I mean, I like how you can see the blatant tyre dig. I mean, look, 30.4, 30.5, 30.2, 30.2, 31.2. So, in between lap 13 and 14, I lost a second, and it sort of stayed like that. First, you know, that's like, what? 2 3/10, 2 tenths, 2 and a bit tenths, 1 tenth. Fantastic consistency once again, and even though the car was slow and it didn't drive all that well, I enjoyed that a lot, and I hope you did too. If you did, make sure to like the video. These are the standings for those interested. Lando Norris leads by 4 points because he managed to take a third. Wait, am I tripping, or did Lando Norris get driver of the day? I'm not being funny, but he started on pole and finished third. What do you mean driver of the day? Wait, did he like drop off at the start? Hang on, just quickly. Wait, can I like go back to, yeah, here we go. Did he? So he was down to okay. No, he was just slow. So how did he get driver of the day for being slow? I have no idea, but yeah. Those are the final finishing orders up top. These are the standings, like I just showed you. Look at that, by the way. 40, 36, 35. I know it's only round 2, and Perez will fall off eventually, but that's a good title fight. And here's the constructors. We are currently 9th, actually, and there is 5 teams that haven't scored a point yet. Wow, only 12 cars have scored a point. Wow, okay, that is nuts. But anyway, that's going to be all from me today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you a lot later. Goodbye.